investment banking analyst, entrepreneur and CEO of a consumer business, micro and small cap hedge fund manager, and global endowment investor, have progressively made my scope of business knowledge become broader and more strategic. However, my early hands-on experience running a company, selling product, and managing employees are instrumental in my daily thought process as an investor. Running and selling my company, however small in the context of the broader markets, enabled me to understand intimately many issues that play out in public companies every day. Whether it be understanding the cultural changes that occur in an acquisition, how large global brands manage their distribution channels, or the struggle to provide superior customer service to hundreds of thousands of customers every year. My operational experience colors my investing beliefs and decisions. This early decade of my career led me to a firm belief in fundamental cash flow investing and in thinking about stock ownership through the lens of a business operator. Moving from the operational stress of running a small business dealing with thousands of individual customers daily to co-founding a micro and small cap hedge fund was my transition to being an investor. I started to define my thoughts on process and alpha creation in the earliest days of working to define our firm's edge for potential investors. My partner and I met with hundreds of management teams on site visits and at industry conferences. These experiences in security selection and portfolio management on both the long and short side were instrumental in the evolution of my investment process methodology. Managing the firm over a 7-year period, we enjoyed every successful investment, but learned even more from each mistake. A 5-year successful track record was very abruptly interrupted beginning in late 2007. Painful errors teach you more than success does. Jeremy Grantham, investor. Managing a portfolio of micro and small cap companies through 2008 was learning at a level I hope I never get to experience again. I look back on many of my investment mistakes without much acrimony and recognize the value of the lessons learned. But the second half of 2008 was extreme. Many of our portfolio companies were down 50% by August 2008, and as our investors called capital from us to shore up their cash holdings, we sold many of our micro-cap ownership positions back to the CEOs and board members in fall 2008, only to watch the stocks drop another 50% in their hands over the next few months. Trying to manage a small-cap long and short portfolio during that period was an intense education in the psychological issues associated with portfolio management. We closed the firm down because too many investors were requesting capital, which led me to briefly question all the investment beliefs that had led to the firm's inception. Thankfully, Duke University Management Company, DUMAC, hired me to initiate their direct investing strategy. Since 2010, I have been able to further my education and refine my investment process beliefs by working with the DUMAC team and managing DUMAC's internal capital. Importantly, I have had the added benefit of learning from the strategies and thoughts of hundreds of managers that DUMAC interacts with and allocates capital to every year. The amount of human talent and research data that passes through a university endowment daily is immense, and it has enabled me to evolve my thought process globally and across asset classes in ways that would not have been possible at my own hedge fund. Understanding the investment management business from both the hedge fund manager side of the table and the allocator side of the table has offered me unique insight. This audiobook is primarily directed at concentrated equity investment strategies with lofty goals of alpha creation. The global nature and breadth of diversification at a major endowment often call for a wide variety of investment strategies with different goals. However, the key investment tenets do not change. Understanding the ways investment methodologies can be implemented to achieve predefined risk and return goals through varying concentration levels and across different geographies and sectors has been educational. I have interspersed quotes from well-known investors throughout the audiobook to, I hope, add credence to many of the points. Reading their books and investment letters were, and still are, instrumental to my understanding and evolution as an investor. Active investing is a craft that can be honed through experience and research. Of course, luck is an ever-present influence in investing. Both good and bad luck influence